for joining us for Your Voice, Your Stories. I'm Cara Burnett. Each week we highlight important issues impacting your community. Tonight we begin with high utility bills. The weather and rate increases are major factors. But as Mallory Safaste explains, there's another costly problem to watch out for, and it's one you can actually fix.
You can't control rising rates, but you can catch costly mistakes. One homeowner didn't realize his thermostat was misinstalled until his bill hit $7,000.
For most of the winter, Don Deinemeyer's bill stayed the same. Then in the spring, it sent him into a panic.
I got this bill for $7,000.
Don was on budget billing, paying around $300 a month. But when the utility reset his average, his bill jumped to $1,000 and then some.
This situation went on from November, December, January, February, and March. I guess 5 months.
So in the coldest months.
Yeah. And so I didn't find out until April, and I got this huge bill.
Don traced it back to the fall when he had a new thermostat installed. Almost immediately, his energy use quadrupled without him realizing it.
There's a part of a heat pump called a reversing valve, and it had been wired incorrectly so that my heat and my air conditioning were both trying to run and going back and forth.
Both systems ran around the clock for 4 months. He called a different company to fix the problem. His usage dropped right away, but the balance didn't.
I have about $2,000 left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still paying it
Still
now?
paying it, and this was 2 years ago.
Don says he should have tracked his usage more closely, which he does now. He also says budget billing gave him a false sense of security. And while heat pumps can use more energy in the coldest months, he's happy with his, as long as it's wired correctly.
Heat pumps are really popular when you go a little bit further south where it's not as cold. And heat pumps have become popular here because there were a lot of federal rebates that made the offsets worth it.
This is the busiest time of year for Michael Holcomb's company. Between no heat calls, he hears from customers upset about high bills. Many have heat pumps, which use electricity instead of a gas furnace.
During the storm that came, we're finding ice buildup on the outdoor heat pump, which is essentially the outdoor unit that runs in heat pump mode. And when you have ice buildup, it causes the auxiliary heat to come on.
Auxiliary heat is less efficient and much more expensive. Drastic thermostat changes or an improper install can trigger it sooner. Michael says regular maintenance and filter changes are key.
The rule of thumb is realistically just to keep your thermostat set at a temperature and leave it. And in the wintertime, when it's really, really cold, move it to like 66. Put on a jacket, put on an extra blanket. You don't need to, crank it up and crank it down.
And with single-digit temperatures, many homeowners could see sticker shock. For Don, the experience forced tough trade-offs.
It's such a helpless feeling, because we're sort of stuck with them, and it's really helpless, and you just don't know what your bill's going to be, and therefore it's hard to budget.
To avoid surprises on your bill, you can track your daily usage. Under My Account on BGE's website, click My Usage. There you'll see daily costs, your projected bill, and what in your home is using the most energy. In Baltimore, Mallory Safaste, WMAR 2 News.
Michael says if you see a major spike in usage after installing a new thermostat, call a professional to have it checked. And keeping your system properly maintained could save you thousands. The Towson University Police Department is now investigating after a viral video shows an Uber driver going over the pedestrian bridge on Osler Drive near Towson Town Boulevard. Blair Sable tracked down the passenger and shares how the university is responding.
Then turn left on Osler Drive.
I was like, is the bridge gonna break? Like, is he gonna hit someone? Because I got scared that he was gonna hit someone.
It was a moment Nia Burdine may never forget. Early Saturday morning, leaving a friend's place, the Towson University freshman says she booked an Uber and was picked up at the base of the Osler pedestrian bridge on campus.
And then I realized, it's like really bumpy. So I look up and I see that we're going across the bridge.
Her Uber driver had taken the pedestrian-only path, also known as Towson Way. She took this video, which has since gone viral online.
Then he looked up and he said, wait, am I supposed to be on here? And I was like, no, because there was people walking on the bridge as well.
Once she says he realized he was in the wrong place, she says he turned around and drove all the way back down the bridge.
You could hear the GPS trying to reroute him and tell him where to go, but he wasn't even listening to it.
Towson University spokesperson Jamie Abel says the police department has been investigating, which included reviewing security footage of the, quote, reckless incident. There is no report reported damage to the structure. It was built as part of a safety improvement project completed in 2014. As of 2017, as seen in images on Google Street View, the west side entrance where Burdine was picked up had traffic bollards. But on Tuesday, WMAR2 News did not see any on site. We did see this yellow warning sign informing drivers that no cars, unless authorized, are allowed past that point. According to the university, the bollards are currently down to accommodate snow removal operations. Burdine just hopes it never happens again. She reported the issue to Uber.
I forgot to rate though, but it would probably be a 1-star after that.
WMAR2 News reached out to Uber to see if the driver is facing any consequences, but have not heard back by deadline. In Towson, Blair Sable, WMAR2 News.
A Catonsville dentist has supported his community for 25 years. Now that community is supporting him as he fights cancer. He's sharing his journey with Jack Watson.
After a January snowstorm over 20 years ago, Dr. Scott Balin began treating patients in Catonsville.
I love working with people. I love helping people. I love making people smile. I think you'll notice as you walk through the hallways here, there's a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of smiles.
Here we are after another January snowstorm at Catonsville Dental Care on Frederick Road. A good chunk of this town gets their smiles worked on here. Not many smiles are bigger than Dr. B's.
How you doing? Good to see you, man. Yeah, man.
It's just so nice to see the generations that have come to me, and I see them go through the different phases of their life, and it's amazing.
But now this doctor, whom Catonsville has come to know and love, needs to be the patient.
I wanted to give you a little health update on me. I have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I'm going to be fine. I've been dealing with it for the last 2.5 years, but I need to take a couple more steps.
That October social media update led to an outpouring, the support overwhelming.
There's a lot of people who love and care about me, and this community has sent cards and gifts and blankets and you name it. This community has risen to be able to support me and love me in ways that I didn't even know were possible.
Balin credits the team around him with being just that, a team.
He's been in good spirits this whole time, so it kind of helps us kind of keep him up also. So I think we've all kind of just rallied around to support him in whatever way we can.
His treatment is showing great progress. His doctor says he's in remission, but Dr. Balin's journey isn't over yet. He needs a stem cell transplant, and his son Brandon, a senior at the University of Michigan, is stepping up.
My son is going to be my donor, so we are a match, and he's literally giving me the gift of life. In other breaking news, my son just got into dental school yesterday at the University of Maryland, so he will be following in my footsteps and being a dentist of some sort, and we're all super excited for him.
Balin goes in this March and keeps folks posted with a Caring Bridge profile.
When I come back, I'll still be the same smiling Dr. B, and I'll be here for you. In the meantime, my staff is here for you. They will take wonderful care of you while I'm gone.
Balin is encouraging donations to Johns Hopkins Hospital cancer research and for his patients to keep taking care of themselves. Until then, he'll stay Scotty B. strong. In Catonsville, Jack Watson, WMAR2 News.
I'm Sayara Williams, your Voice for Veterans reporter, and I'll tell you about a group of African-American soldiers whose service forged a path in military history and civil rights.
You're watching WMAR2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
Black history is American history. I'm Sayara Williams, your Voice for Veterans reporter, and the National Montford Point Marine Association, Chapter 17, is keeping the legacy and history alive of the Montford Point Marines. Before the Marine Corps was integrated in 1942, it was segregated, and the men who changed that history were trained at a place called Montford Point.
The National Montford Point Marine Association is an organization of the first African-American men that desegregated the Marine Corps.
More than 20,000 black men trained at Montford Point Camp in North Carolina, charged with building the base themselves and enduring conditions few could imagine.
There was no infrastructure, there were no buildings, so they had to build the camps up. They were in tents initially, then they started getting basic structure, wood structure.
Even after proving themselves, acceptance didn't come easily.
It took a while, it took a while to be accepted.
Johnson says these men weren't unskilled or uneducated. They were trailblazers.
They were highly educated. They just wasn't sharecroppers and working in factories. They were a PhD. They were professors, teaching in school, all lawyers. And they came because they loved America when America didn't love them back, but they wanted to serve.
Today, local chapters across the United States work to preserve that history and honor the men and their families.
We are here to perpetuate the legacy of the original Moffett Point Marines and their fallen comrades.
And while many of those Marines are gone, their story remains unfinished.
We are still looking for Moffett Point Marines to present them the Congressional Gold Medal.
Because for Johnson, this legacy is bigger than 1 month.
Yes, these were African American men who joined the Marine Corps, but it's not Black history, it's American history. So we need to continue to let individuals know, oh, it's just not Black history, it's American history.
And Mr. Johnson says that you can be from any branch to join the National Montford Point Marine Association. If you would like to learn more, you can head to our website at WMAR2news.com. But for now, in Baltimore County, Sarah Williams, WMAR2 News.
I'm Megan Knight inside the Novel Refuge, a nonprofit used bookstore here in Laurel that's on a mission to both help refugee families and the environment.
So these are either written by people who have immigrated or about immigration.
You can find just about any type of book at the Novel Refuge.
20th century typewriting, the complete course.
From new,
it's the old Hardy Boys,
to the classics, even vintage cookbooks.
Yeah, it's a metal spiral bound.
Fiction and nonfiction, kids and young adults.
We have a lot of games and puzzles.
Every book, puzzle, and game is donated, and every purchase goes right back to the community.
Our mission is to provide funding for local refugee and immigrant services, also to keep books out of landfills, and so we have that environmental focus. And then our third focus is on education and literacy.
Kathy Bittinger is the executive director of the Novel Refuge. Her volunteer work with refugee settlements inspired her to open this charity bookstore in 2024.
So I tried to come up with a way that we could increase the amount of revenue that they would receive every month for things like rent and food assistance and all of those things that families coming to this country need but aren't in a position to do for themselves yet. They will be, but they're not there yet.
The bookstore is run entirely off volunteers like Doris Wang, who wanted a place where she and her kids could volunteer together.
And the fact that there was a store that could give back all of the profits to help the community was such a wonderful way for us as a family to be fully involved in that way.
Other volunteers echoed that sentiment, saying they enjoy spending time in the store, chatting with customers and supporting the mission.
I mean, I think more than ever, this is a time when we look out for our neighbors. And this is a good way to do it.
Working in a bookstore doesn't get any better than that, but also supporting nonprofits are just so critical.
Kathy acknowledges the political divide when it comes to immigration here in the U.S.
I think that has increased our customers in some ways because they care and they want to help other people. All walks of people walk through our front door. We really consider this a safe space for people.
And in the more challenging times of running the store, Kathy reflects on the more positive moments, like the time a boy who came in with his family to shop.
They had actually just moved here to this country, so he didn't have a home library yet. So he was very excited that he was going to get to take a book home and keep it and put it on his shelf and read it as many times as he wanted. It has been very hard, and it has been a labor of love and a lot of work, but it also is extremely rewarding. And I never feel badly when I'm in this store.
And for more information on how you can support the bookstore and also find out about upcoming events, just head to our website. In Laurel, I'm Megan Knight for WMAR2 News.
It is the opportunity of a lifetime. Going to the Olympics, Xavier Rary caught up with a local man qualifying for our country's bobsledding team.
Bobsledding. It's not number one on the list of America's most popular sports, but it's a challenging one nonetheless.
It's like putting either a bathtub or a refrigerator on ice or just downhill and sending it. So you don't have any cushioning, you don't have any padding, and you're feeling and you're hearing everything as you're going down the hill.
That's Team USA member Brian Sosu, who was born in Ghana but spent majority of his life in Prince George's County and Howard County in Maryland. Sosu is qualified for the Winter Olympics bobsledding team, and he hasn't even been bobsledding for 2 years.
This has been an 18-month journey for me, which is not the norm, but I think a lot of the capabilities and the skills that I had coming out of other sports, being track and field mainly, translated, and just the high performance nature of and the experience that I had there helped play a role in my abilities to translate it to the sport.
He got his start at a rookie camp in Lake Placid, New York. However, it was during the Push Championships back in September 2025 where he finished 5th, qualifying for the World Cup team.
Ultimately, it came down to a committee of 5 members on our USABS board that took a look at all the data that was collected throughout the year, from start times to height and weight to trends to velocity, and kind of made the best assessment as to who are the best guys to put on the ice in order to give us the best chance at potentially medaling at these Olympic Games.
Now he's happily carrying the weight of representing his country and hometown as he strives for a gold medal, his quest beginning Friday, February 21st in Italy.
When you set your sights on something, really think about what is that plan, how do you put it together. Don't think of it as the longer journey, because sometimes that longer journey can be overwhelming, but when you think about things in their small components, they're a lot more achievable.
Reporting in Baltimore, Xavier Wary, WMAR 2 News.
You know them, you've eaten them. We're talking the bagels at THB. They just opened up a new location at Bel Air. But have you ever wondered how they're made? Well, I went to the store to check it out.
That's why we're called THB, Towson Hot Bagels.
It's gone in bites, but takes days to make.
It's a 48-hour process.
Just 5 ingredients come together before the dough is shaped and fermentation begins.
The second day is the bagels go in the proofer.
Then they head back in the fridge for another 24 hours. That's where the flavor really starts to develop.
And one of the best compliments that we hear is that our bagels are the closest to New York.
There's a unique process that helps create a good New York-style bagel, which has that crisp, shiny crust before biting into a chewy center.
You see the everything coating all over. This bagel is glistening.
So those are the bagels, nice and fluffy. Tell people like they gotta look like me, very choppy.
The fluffy balls of dough are submerged in water and quickly boiled.
It can stay in the water between anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute.
And in true New York fashion, the bagels are then placed on these boards.
2x4 and then put it up on top. So make sure that the bagels does not stick.
Then it's time for the toppings. I ordered my personal favorite and one of their top sellers next to plain.
Everything sits on top.
And into the oven it goes, which can cook about 50 dozen bagels at a time.
They're gonna cook for like 2 minutes just on this side.
While they cook, here's some tasty trivia. Can you guess the #1 selling sandwich?
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Ah, you got it. You got it.
You gotta say it with one word. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Last year, they sold more than 700,000.
Each store cooks about 200 pounds of bacon a week.
But beyond the bagels, there's a family story.
Everything starts with the quality.
President and CEO Tony Scotto was born in Italy, then moved to Maryland as a teen, where he studied at Towson University.
And now, you see, there's a little bit of crust built on top, and we're going to flip it.
In 2008, Tony was working at his family's restaurant until his siblings and cousin decided to go out on their own and buy THB from its original owners. He says having their own bagel shop reminds him of his grandfather's deli.
Grandfather had a deli in Italy. Keeps me still attached with him in a way.
But as much as it's growing,
right now we make 10,000 bagels a day.
Tony wants people to know it's still very much a family business.
It's definitely building the legacy, and also makes very emotional when telling people where we started.
And 20 minutes later,
the bagels are ready. Let's go.
Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Bring them right over here.
With plans to expand past an 8th location, Tony says they're on track to make 12,000 bagels an hour. But there's a few things they want to keep the same.
If we can be the best part of their day, they're going to be the best part of the people's day.
A daddy-daughter music duo made the trip from Charles County to Los Angeles with hopes of winning their first Grammy, and I am so excited to share that they are coming home with the hardware after making history. That is now officially the award-winning sound of Fuge and Aura V, their debut project Harmony, taking home the Grammy for Best Children's Album. I got a chance to talk with them before their big night. Fuge telling me what inspires the message behind their music.
I think through hip hop music, through gospel, through R&B, those are my foundations. So I wanted to be musical. I wanted to speak to all ages and be classic and timeless.
Now we got to get to the star of the show. Aura V is now officially the youngest to ever bring home the award. I couldn't help but wonder, what is the first thing an 8-year-old would want after her first Grammy win? Aura V's answer, just priceless.
I want to get some bunnies.
What the bunnies? Where do bunnies come from?
My friend's house.
Bunny? What? Help me out. Where we at? Bunnies?
Yeah.
What kind of bunnies? Just regular?
Bunny rabbits.
Like actual living bunny rabbits?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get 10 of them.
No.
10 real bunny. Fuge, you.
I can hear you.
Uh-huh. Let's maybe on Grammy win number 2, we can talk bunnies.
It looks like we still have some negotiating to do on that, but now that they have won their first Grammy, I think those 10 bunnies may still be in play, but you know, she's 8, so I think Dad is hoping she changes her mind. Congratulations, you two. Randall Newsom, WMAR 2 News.
If you have stories you'd like us to cover, well, we want to hear from you. You can email us at storyideas@wmar.com. And that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in again next week for your voice, your stories. I'm Cara Burnett.